But essentially, it is a continuation of this tightening grip that China has over Hong Kong's autonomy. And I think the fact that the law will probably go into effect tomorrow on the anniversary of the handover is, to a degree, a very strong political statement from China. And I think the unfortunate element of this for Hong Kong is that over the past few years, we've seen investors become a little bit more concerned about China's strengthening grip on Hong Kong's affairs. And we could see Hong Kong slowly see its business environment slightly eroded over the coming years, particularly as these trade agreements with the US, for example, no longer will have that special status, and you start to see greater influence from Chinese laws. And I think that is a longer-term risk for Hong Kong.
When it comes to the state of the relationship between the United States and China as well, this is also clearly a complicating factor. Do you think this superpower rivalry is perhaps the biggest risk to the outlook for Hong Kong and for the Chinese economy as we head towards the US election in November?
Yeah, I think that's something that we have to be very mindful. I think ahead of the election, China is essentially going to be Trump's punching bag, and he's going to talk tough on China. But I think at this point, it's going to be a little bit more bark than bite, at least over the short term, because I don't think Trump is going to really ratchet up tariffs on China just 3 to 4 months ahead of the election, if only because it's going to have an impact on US growth, US sentiment, and potentially US stocks. And if you remember about a week ago, Peter Navarro, he said, he was misquoted saying that the trade deal is over, and markets started to head lower. And Trump immediately got on Twitter and said, no, the deal is fully intact. So I think there will be a lot of strong messaging against China from Trump's side and also from Biden's side. But I don't think that he's going to really ratchet up tariffs or anything ahead of the election. If he were to be reelected in November, then the risk, of course, is that the trade deal sees much more challenges, and we could see an unwinding of parts of the trade deal. But I would just end my comment on the fact that no matter who wins, Biden or Trump, we think U.S.-Chinese relations have soured quite a bit and will continue to probably deteriorate over the coming years, just because there's been a shift in perceptions about China in the US and more broadly as well in Europe as well.